सर्वे मया सह वदन्तु। इदानीं मम सम्पर्कः यदा कदा बहिः गच्छति क्षणम्।
ओ एवं पुनः गतवान्। अस्तु, प्रतीक्षां करवामः।
प्रतीक्षां कुर्मः।
महोदय, केवलं एतद् अन्म्यूट् करोतु, ध्वनिः। तावदेव महोदय। ओंकारं कारयतु।
हरि ओं, सर्वे वदन्तु। अस्तु
अस्तु महोदय, धन्यवादः।
मंत्र धन्यवादः। देशश्लोकं वदामः वा?
न अहं तद् ध्यानश्लोकान् नमोद्रि महोदयस्य ध्वनि मध्ये अहम्
आरब्धं वा? अस्तु अस्तु
श्रावयामि।
अस्तु 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 महोदय, धन्यवादः।
इदानीं भवतः कक्षायाः आरम्भः खलु?
महोदय।
सर्वेपि वयं निर्गच्छामः।
अस्तु
अस्तु, धन्यवादः महोदय।
धन्यवादः। इदानीम्
अस्तु महोदय, धन्यवादः।
अस्तु महोदय, धन्यवादः।
पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन कृतितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। नमोऽस्तु ते व्यास विशाल बुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दाय तपत्र नेत्र येन त्वया भारत तैलपूर्ण प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः प्रपन्न पारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनम् देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी खलु पाण्डवैरनदी कैवर्तकः केशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलम् गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटम् नानाख्यानककेसरम् हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितम् लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरपरः पेदीयमानम् मुदा भूयात् भारतपङ्कजम् कलिबलप्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्।
अनन्तरम् गीता महात्म्यमस्ति, किञ्चित् शृणोतु।
अथ गीता माहात्म्यम्। गीताशास्त्रमिदं पुण्यं यः पठेत् प्रयतः पुमान् विष्णोः पदमवाप्नोति भयशोकविवर्जितः। गीताध्ययनशीलस्य प्राणायामपरस्य च नैव सन्ति पापानि पूर्वजन्मकृतानि च। मलनिर्मोचनं पुंसां जलस्नानं दिने दिने सकृद्गीताम्भसि स्नानं संसारमलनाशनम्। गीता सुगीता कर्तव्या किमन्यैः शास्त्रविस्तरैः या स्वयं पद्मनाभस्य मुखपद्मात् विनिसृता। भारतामृतसर्वस्वं विष्णोर्वक्त्रात् विनिसृतं गीता गङ्गोदकं पीत्वा जन्म न विद्यते सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् एकं शास्त्रं देवकीपुत्रगीतम् एको देवो देवकीपुत्र एव एको मन्त्रस्तस्य नामानि यानि कर्माप्येकं तस्य देवस्य सेवा। अथ ध्यानम्। शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभांगं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिभिर्ध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णुं भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदः क्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ज्ञानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तं न विदुः सुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः।
अस्तु, धन्यवादः। इदानीं वर्गः प्रारप्स्यते। So for the benefit of others who may not be accustomed to hear continuous Sanskrit, I will be speaking English in between. Later on, as we progress, I think I will have to reduce the content of English and increase this. By the end of the course, I think you will all be able to hear me in Sanskrit. Okay. So before we start the actual this one, I had given a message on the group that kindly keep 3 books with you. One is Gita Sopan 1, Gita Sopan 2, if you have received the books, and any book of Bhagavad Gita, because we will chant the first 10 shlokas of Gita. Okay. So anybody who volunteers to chant is welcome. You can unmute yourself, and the first 10 shlokas of first chapter we have to chant in whichever. If nobody comes, then I will chant. Okay. Anybody is there ready? You can
I can chant more.
Do yourself, no problem.
Shall I? Shall I chant?
Anybody? No problem. Feel free. This is a closed group. Nothing will go out. Even if you miss, if you do some mistake, okay. Prakash
I
Mahodaya.
can chant more.
भवतः ध्वनि न श्रूयते महोदय. Unmute करो दो.
First 10 shlokas of first अध्याय. Correct ना? ओम श्री परमात्मने नमः.
अस्तु.
धृतराष्ट्रवाच धर्मक्षेत्रे कुरुक्षेत्रे समवेतायुयुत्सवः मामका पाण्डवाश्चैव किम् अकुर्वत सञ्जय. सञ्जय उवाच दृष्ट्वा तु पाण्डवानीकम् व्यूढम् दुर्योधनस्तदा आचार्यमुपसङ्गम्य राजा वचनमब्रवीत्. पश्चितान् पाण्डपुत्राणाम् आचार्यमहतीचमूम् व्यूढाम् द्रुपदपुत्रेण तव शिष्येण धीमता. अत्र शूरा महेश्वासा भीमार्जुनसमायुधिः दृष्टकेतु चेकिसानः काशीराजश्च वीर्यवान् पुरजित् कुन्तिभोजश्च शैबश्च नरपुङ्गवः विधामन्युश्च विक्रान्त उत्तमौजाश्च वीर्यवान् सौभद्रो द्रौपदेयाश्च सर्व एव महारथा. अस्माकं तु विशिष्टाये तानि बोध द्विजोत्तम. नायका मम सैन्यस्य सन्यार्थं ताम्रवीविते. भवान् भीष्मश्च कर्णश्च कृपश्च समितिञ्जय. अश्वत्थामा विकर्णश्च सौमदत्तिस्तथैव च अन्ये च बहवः शूरा मदर्थे त्यक्तजीविता नानाशस्त्रप्रहरणाः सर्वे युद्धविशारदाः अपर्याप्तं तदस्माकं बलं भीष्माभिरक्षितम् पर्याप्तं त्विदमेतेषां बलं भीमाभिरक्षितम्
अस्तु,
ॐ
धन्यवादः प्रकाश महोदय. Now we will start the actual class. Now the first lesson here is Upapada Vibhakti. Okay. Now I will share the screen and let me see if you are able to see that. Then I will come back to this one. Okay. My explanation on that. Sorry, why it is not coming? Share the screen.
left hand top corner you will find a square icon. You
No,
can
no,
share
no.
that.
Namastu. पुनः एकवारं पृच्छामि. तद् गच्छति पुनः न आगच्छति. किम् अभवत् अहं न जानामि. इदानीं प्रायः
Near the near the register. Yeah, okay.
now you may be able. Okay, all are able to see the screen?
Yes, we can see.
It is written
Yes, yes, sir.
Upapada Vibhakti. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
शब्दद्वयम् अस्ति उपपद अनन्तरं विभक्ति. विभक्ति इति शब्दस्य कः अर्थः कोऽपि जानाति वा? ऑडियो अनम्यूट कृत्वा वदतु विभक्ति शब्दस्य अर्थः कः इति. What is the meaning of vibhakti? We have been all chanting Rama, Ramo, Rama, Ramam, Ramo, Raman, Vibhakti Pratyaya. परंतु विभक्ति कोऽपि न जानाति? अस्तु, विभक्ति
from to whose, like that it will explain.
Pardon?
If a person is there, from which person to whom and of whose, like that it will explain.
Yeah, okay. I mean,
It is used in that sense. Preposition.
Yeah, no problem. So vibhakti is actually some pratyaya which is attached to a pratipadikam. Pratipadikam means mool shabda, like guruhu. So there the mool shabda is guru, not guruhu. In Ramaha, mool shabda is Rama. Then we attach some vibhakti pratyaya, we will get Ramaha, Ramam, Ramena, Ramaya, Ramat, like that Guruhu, Gurum, Guruna, Gurave, all that will come. So vibhakti is a set of pratyayas which are attached to the mool shabda or pratipadikam to get different meanings. That is the vibhakti, and this vibhakti, once you use a vibhakti, whatever the result you get out of the pratipadikam is called subanta pada. Subanta means sup, sup anta. Sup is the name given to the set of pratyayas. Okay, there are 21 vibhakti pratyayas called sup. I mean, sup is the name given to the entire set of 21 pratyayas which are called sup pratyayas. Forget about the details, don't worry at this stage. And out of these 21, one each at a time is attached to the pratipadikam, that is Rama or Guru or say Rama or Vana, Jnana, whatever it is. And we get different types of the products like Ramena, Guruna or Gurubhi or Gurubhyaha, Gurunam, whatever it is. They are the actual words to be used in the language. The rule in Sanskrit is no word should be used without either Subanta or this one, Tinganda. We will not go into the details of Tinganda right now. We will go into Subanta. Subanta is any word obtained by attaching a Vibhakti Pratyaya, that is Sup Pratyaya, to the Pratipadika. Okay. Now, when you get this product, I mean, Pratipadikam plus Pratyaya, I mean, Vibhakti Pratyaya. That Subanta is divided into two categories. Now, just see. Okay. There is one called Karaka. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, we can see.
Yeah.
It is written here Karaka Vibhakti. Okay. So I'll read the bottom line first, English. The relationship of the words in the sentence with the action. I have not used the word verb. Verb I have put it in the bracket. And it will become evident, shortly. The relationship of the words with action is denoted by the case of that word. That is, वाक्ये विद्यमानानां पदानां तथा क्रियायाः कः सम्बन्धः वर्तते इति पदानां विभक्त्या ज्ञायते. एतादृशी या विभक्तिः पदस्य च क्रियायाः सम्बन्धं दर्शयति सा कारकविभक्ति इति उच्यते. अपवादः षष्ठी. Now, little explanation on this, that when you write a sentence, okay, there will be only, the rule is in any sentence there should be at the most one verb or a word which denotes action. That will come shortly, why I am not using verb. One word which denotes action, only one. Rest all are connected to that through something. Okay. So when the vibhakti is used to denote some relation between that word which carries the vibhakti pratyaya and the action, that time the vibhakti is called karaka vibhakti. Karaka means some sambandha with the kriya. That's all. I mean, beyond that, right now you don't have to go into the grammar of that. Okay. So I will give an example, which, I mean, I have written that sentence out of my own, this one, okay. It is a well-known story in Ramayana. When Rama goes to exile, I mean, after he agrees to follow the dictates of Kaikeyi, Sita and Lakshmana, they go to forest. So when they start from the palace, तथा तस्मिन् समये ते कथं गच्छन्ति. I have written here, सुमन्तः रामं रथेन वनवासाय अयोध्यानगरात् गुहस्य समीपे नीतवान्. Okay, this is a regular story everybody knows. So here Kriyapadam is Nitavan. It is not a verb by lakar. It is a ktavatu pratyayanta word. Actually, it is a visheshanam, but it is used as a verb in some this one. So when I say verb, I mean lakara. It is not a lakara. It is but it denotes the action. Now look at the top sentence. Sumantaha Ramam Rathena Vanavasaya Ayodhya Nagarat Guhasya Samipe. Now you attach number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are the 7 vibhaktis. Okay. And here I have given at the bottom, I think I will use this laser pen. Where is it going? Okay. See, here these are the padani. Okay. Sumanta Ramam Rathena Vanavasaya Nagarat Guhasya Samipe. Now you ask some questions to this. This is the prashna. Kahan, the verb is this one, Nitavan. He took them, okay, and carried. So Kaha Nitavan Sumantaha Nitavan. So the answer is Sumanta. So Sumanta becomes the Karta. If you ask a question Kaha to the action, whatever the answer you get is Karta. Kam Nitavan or Kam Nitavan or Kim Nitavan is Karma. Then Kena Nitavan, what is the instrument by which it took? Rathena, so Karanam. And Kimartham, what for? Or Kasmai, so Vanavasaya, that is Sampradanam. Kutaha, from where? Nagara, I mean here I have, instead of Ayodhya Nagara, I have just shortened it Nagara to, the space here is very short, so Nagarat, from the city of Ayodhya. Kutaha. And Kasya, now here is Kasya Samipe, Sambandha, Guhasya Samipe. Kasya is a question. And Kutra, Samipe. So these are the, I mean, Karaka, we call this the Vibhaktis as Karta, Karma, Karanam, Sampradanam, Apadanam, Sambandha, Adhikaranam iti. And then we denote when you want to use Karta, I mean, it's a normal sentence. Don't right now jump to conclusions. Normal sentence, the Karta is denoted by Prathama Vibhakti, Karma is denoted by Dvitiya Vibhakti, Karanam is denoted by Tritiya Vibhakti, Sampradanam is denoted by Chaturthi Vibhakti, Apadanam is denoted by Panchami Vibhakti, Sambandha is denoted by Shashti Vibhakti, and Adhikaranam is denoted by Saptami Vibhakti. Now here I said why exclude Shashti here. The reason is this has no connection to the verb or the action Nitavan. You can ask questions. Kaha Nitavan? Sumantaha Nitavan. Kam Nitavan? Ramam Nitavan. Kena Nitavan? Rathena Nitavan. Kimartham Nitavan? Vanvasaya Nitavan. Kutaha Nitavan? Nagarat Nitavan. Putra Nitavan, Samipe Nitavan. But Kasya, I have to use Kasya Samipe Nitavan. I can't say Kasya Nitavan, no answer. So Shashti is not related to the verb at all. But anyway, we include this Shashti for this one. And all these Vibhaktis are the Vibhakti padas, that is Sumantaha, Ramaha, Rathena, Karnena, whatever it is. They are, in this case, they are all related to the action Nitavan. So, in this context, the Vibhaktis are called Karaka Vibhakti. Okay? I will now give another example, which is I have taken from a well-known book by Sanskrit Bharati, Karaka, that Karaka Prakaranam Pustakam Asti, Tataha Aham Udritavan. This is another reason. Same, it is related, some general sentence, nothing to do with Ramaha. Ayodhyayaha Raja Ganga Tire Goshthat Nirdhanaya Hastena Dhenum Dadati. The king of Ayodhya gives a cow to a poor man from a cowshed on the banks of Ganga. That is the meaning. Okay. So, Kriyapadam here, Dadati. Now here, I mean, since this sentence is taken from Sanskrit Bharati's well-known book, here I don't have any choice. Oh, sorry, I don't have choice of the order of the words they have used. Whereas in the earlier this one, I had chosen a sentence in such a way that the sequence of the words are Prathama, Dvitiya, Tritiya, Chaturthi, etc. But in this case, it is not so. But except these two, Karta and Sambandha, 1 and 6, rest all I'll say from the right side 2, 3, 4, 5 and 7. Okay. So here again we say Prashna Kasyaha Raja Ayodhyayaha Raja. So this is a Sambandha, Shashti Vibhakti. Then Kaha Dadati, Raja Dadati, so Karta. Putra Dadati, Adhikaranam, Ganga Tire, Saptami Vibhakti. Kutah dadati, Goshthat dadati from the cowshed, Apadanam, Panchami vibhakti. Kasmai dadati, Nirdanaya dadati, Chaturthi vibhakti. Kena dadati, Hastena dadati, Karanam. Kim dadati, Dhinum dadati, Dvitiya vibhakti. Okay. So these are standard rules that when the karakam is there, which vibhakti to use. Like sambandha asti chet shashti vibhakti, apadanam asti chet panchami vibhakti, karanam asti chet tritiya vibhakti. These are the well-known, well set rules in Sanskrit. The result of this is that these words will carry their own meaning with them. And then you can interchange the order of the words in a sentence. Since they carry the meaning like this sambandha or sampradanam or apadanam, now you interchange this word dadati goshthat nirdanaya ganga tire hasten dhenum raja ayodhyayaha. The meaning remains the same. Okay, that is the beauty of Sanskrit language, that we can change the order of the words in a sentence because each word is loaded with its own karakam. Okay, so it doesn't matter whether you you can jumble up the words in whichever way you want, the meaning will remain the same. Okay, so this is the second example where I have given, except of course Shashti, forget about Shashti. Shashti doesn't, Kasyaha dadati can't say anything. So the sambandha has to be Kasyaha Raja, Ayodhyayaha Raja. Except for this, the rest of things can be Kaha dadati, Kutra dadati, Kutaha dadati, Kasmai dadati, Kena dadati, Kim dadati. Okay, so these are all words pointing to the action dadati, whatever the answer you get. Okay, this is one scenario. The other scenario is these vibhaktis are used to denote something else, not the action. Okay. Sorry. Now I'll give that example also. Okay. So that time it is called upapada vibhakti. Kada vakye vidyamanam vibhakti uktam padam kriyam prati sambandham na darshayati apitu anyam padam prati sambandham darshayati tada tasya vibhakti upapada vibhakti iti uchyate apvada shashti. Okay. So just now I told that these the vibhaktis, the Raja, Ganga, Tire and all that, they somehow get connected to dadati with these questions. But in this case, it will not be connected to the action at all. It will be connected to something else. That time, that same vibhakti, whether Ramayana or Ganga Tire or whatever it is called the vibhakti, the word will not change. It is only its outward recognition that it is not a karaka vibhakti, but it is a upapada vibhakti. Okay? I'll go to previous one. Something, say sampradanam, nirdhanaya. It is kasmai dadati, nirdhanaya data. That related to action. But in sometimes it will not be related to action, but some other word. I will give an example in a minute. Now look here, udaharanam. Ramaha vanam gacchati, Lakshmanaha ramena saha gacchati. Right? This is a very simple, two sentences this one. Now in the first sentence, Ramaha gacchati, vanam gacchati. So both the words Ramaha and vanam are related to gacchati word. Okay? So both the vibhaktis are karaka vibhakti. In the second sentence, Lakshmanaha gacchati. Okay, kaha gacchati? Lakshmanaha gacchati. Now Ramena, so kena gacchati, will it be okay? Will I get the answer? Kena gacchati? No. That means this vibhakti here, Ramena, though it is a Tritiya vibhakti, it doesn't say anything about Gacchati. It says something about Saha. I mean, it is connected to Saha. Okay. So this Tritiya vibhakti is, I mean, though it is a Tritiya vibhakti, it is not Karaka vibhakti. That is, it is not related to the word, the action word Gacchati. It is related to the word Saha. Okay. So that time it is Atra Ramena iti Tritiyandam padam Saha iti shabdam prati sambandham darshayati. Ataha atra Tritiya iti upapada vibhakti asti natu Karaka vibhakti. Okay. Is it now clear?
Sir, Upapada. Upapada means what actually? Is it something different than Kriya?
Yeah, Upapada right now, I mean, it has got a wide meaning. Right now, you take it as something other than the verb. I mean,
Okay.
that is my simple, what do you say, at this stage, because we don't have to go into too much of grammar at this stage. So just take it for granted that this Vibhakti Yukta Padam is not related to the verb or action word. That's all. Upapada means it is a subsidiary pada, or it is a secondary pad word. I mean, that is only this one. I mean, that is a long definition and all that. We'll not go into that. So if this is clear, then we will go further.
Sir, Ramena is Tritiya Vibhakti, Saha is Upapada Vibhakti.
No. Saha is the Upapada.
Upapada. And Ramena is Tritiya Vibhakti.
Ramena is Tritiya Vibhakti, but in this context, it is called Upapada Vibhakti. Okay?
Oh.
Like here.
So both Upapada Vibhaktis.
Huh?
Ramena and Saha. Ramena and Saha both are Upapada Vibhaktis.
No. Ramena itself is Upapada Vibhakti.
Okay.
I'll give a simple this one, that here in this class, I am a teacher. Okay, my name is Satish Kothari. But in some other class, I attend as a student. So Satish Kothari will remain the student only. Sorry. The name of the person will remain Satish Kothari. But there in that class, he will be known as student. In this class, I am known as teacher. That is the same thing here. In this case, this Ramena is the actual pada and the Tritiya Vibhakti. In this case, it is called Upapada Vibhakti, whereas we go to this one back, Hastena is it is related to Dadati.
Tritiya Vibhakti.
Okay, Tritiya Vibhakti only. But since it is related to the verb, it is called Karaka Vibhakti.
Karaka Vibhakti.
Okay.
So, sir, there are, so if we divide the Vibhakti, there are two types. One is Karaka Vibhakti, other one is Upapada Vibhakti, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
But the Vibhakti remains the same.
Yes.
Maybe Ramena, Hastena, or Goshthat, or Ganga Tire, whatever it is. The Saptami Vibhakti, Tritiya Vibhakti, Shashti Vibhakti, Panchami Vibhakti, those things remain the same. Only thing, when they are used in connection with a verb or action, they are called Karaka Vibhakti. When they are used not with action or verb, they are called Upapada Vibhakti. That's all. Is it clear?
Yeah.
No, I mean, if any person is having doubt, please let me know. All have all understood?
Yes, understood.
Pardon?
Understood.
Understood. Okay. So I have the permission to go ahead. Okay.
Sir, one question. This example, this sentence, what you are showing here, is it, we'll get it, because it's difficult to copy everything here.
I think I will leave it to Anup Mohdaya because he is also recording, I am also recording. And later on I will give this is the PowerPoint presentation. I will send the PowerPoint presentation slides to Anup Mohdaya. He will store it somewhere, no problem. Don't write anything at this stage. You will understand, okay? I mean, concentrate on understanding rather than copying. We will give you the notes, no problem. Okay. So, I mean, yeah, that I should have told in the beginning. Please pay attention to the screen and understand the concepts first. Notes and all that we will send you. Okay. So, has anybody not understood? Please let me know. Okay. Now, I'll just read again. यदा वाक्ये विद्यमानं विभक्तियुक्तं पदं क्रियां प्रति संबंधं न दर्शयति अपितु अन्यं पदं प्रति संबंधं दर्शयति तदा तस्य विभक्तिः उपपदविभक्ति इति उच्यते। यथा अस्मिन् वाक्ये रामेण इति पदस्य या तृतीया विभक्ति अस्ति सा गच्छति इति क्रियापदं संबंधं न दर्शयति अपितु सह शब्देन सह तस्य संबंधः अस्ति अतः अत्र तृतीया इति उपपदविभक्ति इति उच्यते। I think this one is clear now. How many upapada? I mean, in Sanskrit there are plenty of upapada. This one, I mean, vibhaktis are 7 only. Okay, but the upapada along with which the vibhaktis are to be used are plenty. But for your द्वितीय भागस्य प्रथम पाठस्य कृते केवलम only, I mean, some few are required to know the meaning of this one that I have tabulated in the next slide.
Sir, then saha will be avyaya.
Kim? Yeah, saha is
Saha, what?
yes, correct.
Avyaya.
Okay, saha is an avyaya. So, but Ramena is not connected to Gachati. Ramena is connected to Saha, or rather Saha is connected to Ramena. I mean, there is a mutual.
Yes, sir. Yes.
This one.
Yes.
So for your first lesson, the few upapada vibhaktis are required to be understood properly. I mean, once you understand this properly, you can read the lesson yourself. There is no difficulty there. Now here, these are the ones. See, these are the I mean, not the, actually I should have written upapada, okay, leave it. The upapada vibhakti, what they require is like this: Dvitiya, Tritiya, Chaturthi, Panchami, Shashti. Okay, if some word is requires Saptami, I don't know, because at least I have not come across, and the book also has not given anything. But outside the book also I have read a lot of literature. I have not yet come across that. If somebody comes to know, we will add that. Like here, Saha. This Saha requires Tritiya. Its meaning is with. So, Ramena Saha. Okay. Or,
so that means, sir, if there is Saha, it will be always Tritiya Vibhakti?
Yes. Wherever, like I'll go back. Saha, what with whom he goes, that Ramena. So,
okay.
If suppose here instead of Rama, it is a Bharata. Okay, Lakshmana Bharatena Saha Gacchati.
Yeah, so Bharatana will be Tritiya Vibhakti.
So Bharata will be in Tritiya Vibhakti. Here it is the person is Rama, so Rama will be in Tritiya Vibhakti. Okay. Now, Prati. Prati also is Dvitiya. Prati is towards. Okay, sorry. I mean, you might have heard the shloka. Sarvadeva namaskaraha Keshavam Prati Gacchati. So, Keshavam Prati means towards Krishna or towards Keshava. So, wherever you use the word Prati, it has to be the, I mean, towards whom? That person will be denoted by Dvitiya Vibhakti. If it is a Rama, Ramam Prati, then towards Rama. if it is say Bharatasya towards Bharata, Bharatam Prati. If it is Sita, Sitam Prati. Radha, Radham Prati, towards Radha. Then Dik again is Dvitiya, and Dikkar, you condemn something, somebody. So Dik, say Duryodhanam, or Dik Dushyasanam, I mean you condemn them, or Dik Ravanam, or I mean you can use Dik Ramam, there is no, grammar wise there is no problem. Maybe ethically it may be not correct, but you can use wherever you want to use Dik, I mean you are condemning something. So the person whom you want to condemn, his Dvitiya will be used. Then Saha means again that Saha I have explained with. Then Vina. Vina also used Tritiya. Sometimes it used Dvitiya also. Okay. So I'll speak slightly slowly. Throat should not give any problem in this corona environment. So Vina also requires Tritiya Vibhakti. Like Ramena Vina Sita Ayodhyayam Tishthato Sthatu Na Ichhati. Without Rama, Sita doesn't want to stay in Ayodhya. Sometimes it is Vina also carries with Dvitiya also. Ramam Vina Na Tishtati. Then Sadrusha, Sadrushi, Sadrusham means similar. Here also it is required Tritiya Vibhakti. Nahi Jnanena Sadrusham Pavitram Iha Vidyate. Jnanena Sadrusham. So the similar with what? Jnana. So Tritiya Vibhakti. Okay. Now this alam has got two meanings. Okay. Alam, one alam, I mean both the meaning enough, but when it is used with Tritiya, I will give an example with English and Hindi also. See, enough with crying now. We tell the child, enough with crying. Okay, or stop your crying. That is the meaning. So here say alam rudanena or alam krodena. Enough with your anger. Now come back to normal. In Hindi, we say enough is kafi. अब काफी हो गया, गुस्सा बंद करो. अब काफी हो गया, रोना बंद करो, रोना बंद. So alam kopeena अथवा alam rudaneena. So this is enough in Hindi kafi. Same kafi or enough is used for Chaturthi Vibhakti when somebody is powerful enough to take care of the other party. Like in Galwan Valley, India was enough to tackle China. Okay, so the person whom we are able to tackle, that will be Chaturthi Vibhakti. Like Galwan Pradeshe, China Deshaya Bharatam Alam. Okay, that is the person or the entity which is enough, I mean, is Prathama, and the party for which it is enough, it is Chaturthi Vibhakti. I'll give another example from Mahabharata. Duryodhanaya Bhimaha Alam. अब दुर्योधन के लिए भीम ही काफी है, वो संभाल लेगा. ओके, हैव यू अंडरस्टूड दिस? चीन के लिए तो हिंदुस्तान ही काफी है, वो निपट लेगा गलवान में, उसको मार दिया. लाइक दैट. That sentence is both are enough, but in the second case it is the shows the power to tackle. So the person whom we are tackling is shown by Chaturthi Vibhakti, whereas in this one alam krodena aram, okay, now stop whatever you are doing, that is enough now, काफी हो गया, रोना धोना बंद करो. So Tritiya Vibhakti, right? Then Chaturthi Vibhakti, another one is Namaha. This is very famous, this one. Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. So to whom we are giving the salutation, that person's Chaturthi Vibhakti will be there. Okay. Ganeshaya Namaha, Ramaya Namaha, Krishnaya Namaha, Saraswatyai Namaha, or in the famous shloka, Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Kshudha Rupena Sanstita namastasyai, namastasyai, namastasyai. So that tasyai is the chaturthi vibhakti of tad shabda in strilinga form. Okay. Then rute. Sorry. Rute is it again like vina. Okay, without something. Ramayana vina. Vina. It can be used with Dvitiya Vibhakti, Rama vina. But if you want to use rute, it can be used with Panchami. It has to be like Rama rute, Sita na gacchati. Without Rama, Sita will not go. Like, very simple. I mean, only the word has to be remembered. Rute will carry Panchami Vibhakti. Then Purvaha, Purvam, Purva, Purvam. That means before. I mean, say, and the person who is in the beginning, that will be Panchami. That Lakshmana Purvaha Ramaha or Bhimat Purvaha Yudhishthira. And again same Paraha Param Param. So Bhimat Param Arjunaha. Bhimat Purvaha Yudhishthira. This is the one. And famous Purataha, Prashtataha, Vamataha, Dakshinataha, Shashti Vibhakti. Front, back, left and right. So Purato Maruti Yasya Yat Shabdasya Shashti Vibhakti. Purato Maruti Yasya. Now this Prashtataha, just remember, I mean, I Shashti Vibhakti, I'll show you something immediately after this. So these are the few words 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. These 12 words will carry only these vibhaktis when you want to refer them into sentence, and this is all first lesson. Okay. So with this I will conclude. Dhanyavadaha. Now I will show you something more. Okay. Mahodaya samapayama va.